All right, well, what's up, guys? It's Ethan here, coming to you from, as you can see, Teotihuacan. I think that's how you say it. Probably butchering it, so forgive me. But I am here in the central square here in Mexico. Today I'm doing something pretty awesome. This is a different video from what I normally do, so I hope you guys enjoy it. But I am headed over to the massive archaeological site that's in this area. Big ancient city that was built by an indigenous tribe that predates Aztecs by quite a few hundred years, actually. And it's one of the largest and most well-preserved archaeological sites in the world. It actually has the third largest pyramid in the world, called Pyramid of the Sun. There's also Pyramid of the Moon, lots of temples and all sorts of other stuff that are extremely well preserved, and I can't wait to show you guys all that stuff. But for now, I'm right here in the middle of the town, waiting for my Uber driver to get here. It's gonna be a little while. There's not too many Uber drivers in this area, so it looks like he's doing another trip before he comes and picks me up, but that's okay. But yeah, as you can see, this is a really cool village here, about 35 or so miles north, like, well, I guess it's like northeast of Mexico City. Sits at a pretty high elevation. I think we're near 8,000 feet. We got mountains surrounding the town. It's really, I mean, it's a beautiful place. I'm definitely gonna check a lot of stuff out here. I spent the last 2 days down in Mexico City just checking out the city and walking around and doing all sorts of cool stuff. It was really awesome. But now that I'm up here, I'm gonna be here for a couple of days, and so I'll have time to check out some of the historical sites and maybe get to do an easy hike. Obviously, I kind of explained it in the last video, but I am still recovering from a pretty bad ankle injury that I got. I mean, it's been like 2.5 months since that happened, but it was really bad. I tore a ligament, so it just takes a really long time to heal fully. I mean, I can walk around on it just fine, but doing like tough hikes is still, I mean, doing any more than like a, you know, easy hike. I mean, anything that involves a lot of uphill climbing on uneven terrain, that's what gets me. So anyway, just wanted to show you guys this area down here. It's really cool, and I mean, it's just like, this is why I love Mexico. Like, I mean, just any random city or town you visit, it's just incredible. I mean, there's like these huge street markets everywhere, surrounded by mountains, and this town square here is just, I mean, really cool, really beautiful spot. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for now, and I'll get back to you guys when I'm heading over to the pyramids. All right, guys, I made it over here. By the way, if you are visiting most places in Mexico, but especially around Mexico City, use Uber. I use the metro a little bit when I'm in the city. The metro's dirt cheap. It's like 25 cents a ride, but Uber's really cheap here too. I took an Uber up here from Mexico City, and it only cost like 25 bucks. And then the one from the town over here to the archaeological site was like $3, I think. So super cheap. Great, easy, and safe way to travel around Mexico. And there's one right there. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure this is Pyramid of the Sun here, which is the bigger one. I'll get around to the other side and see if I'm correct about that. But yeah, this is a beautiful spot. It's just surrounded by mountains, and This was actually the largest pre-Columbian city in all of Latin America. I believe the population was estimated to be over 120,000, which by today's standards isn't a very big city, but you know, back in the, you know, I mean, basically at the start of the millennium, that was a lot of people. No, gracias. Be prepared to turn down a lot of people trying to sell you stuff when you're here. So yeah, we're getting into it now. This is really cool. I mean, the fact that a lot of this is so well preserved is pretty amazing. And unfortunately, you used to be able to climb these pyramids. You can't do that anymore. They put a stop to that, I believe, like a year or two ago. But yeah, back before that, you could climb up these pyramids, and you know, honestly, that would have been really cool to do. So, kind of a bummer, but it's okay. I understand why they put a stop to that. This is really incredible. Wow. I mean, that is insane. I mean, that's just, it's massive. So, I don't know if I said it earlier in the video, but this is the third largest pyramid in the world, ancient pyramid in the world. And I mean, wow, it is just so cool. The one way in the background over there, I believe that's Pyramid of the Moon, and I'm going to be heading over there pretty soon, but I'm definitely going to check out this area a little more first. All right, well, there's a lot of people up here, but this is a great view. I had to hike up that far to get the whole thing in view. This is crazy. All the mountains surrounding it, really beautiful too. Yeah, so the Aztecs called this place I believe it was the Aztecs, they called it City of the Gods, because they just assumed that gods had built it. But yeah, that is just insane up here. Wow. And there's a lot to see, so I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of walking around. Wow, that is really cool. I can't get over this. I mean, that is amazing. I mean, that's incredible that human beings were able to build this, like, almost, I think it was like 1800 years ago, something like that. I mean, it's crazy how old this is. Not as old as the, you know, pyramids in Giza, obviously, but still very old. All right, well, we are down onto the main road through the city. There is a Pyramid of the Sun right over there, still looking absolutely magnificent. And as you can see, it is quite crowded here. I'm sure it's pretty much always like this. But I don't think it takes away from the experience at all, honestly. This is just incredible. And so over there, I'm like 99.9% sure that that's Pyramid of the Moon up there. So I'm heading that way right now. And see how good of a view I can get of it. I mean, this whole place is just blowing me away. It always makes me laugh when, you know, there's some people in, like, especially in Europe, that try to say like, oh, there's no real history in the Americas. Like, oh, is that so? I think there's some. Maybe not the same kind of history, but there's definitely still a lot of ancient history and a lot of really cool stuff that you can see here like this. All right, well, we're getting closer to Pyramid of the Moon, and yeah, still really enjoying this. This is so cool. So what's crazy is when I originally booked my flight to fly out here, I was actually planning on climbing, once again, I'm probably not pronouncing this right, but Teotihuacan, the third tallest mountain in Mexico. It's not too far from here, actually, and it's over 17,000 feet. Looks like a beautiful climb, and I'd love to do it someday, but once again, because of my ankle, I just wasn't able to train for it, and would not have been able to climb it. I would not have made it very far up the mountain with my ankle in its current condition. So I ended up having to completely change my plans around. But honestly, I'm kind of glad that I did, because I ended up having a really great time. I mean, the trip's not over yet, but you know what I've done so far, I've seen so much more of this area than I would have gotten to see if I had climbed the mountain, because that's pretty much all I was going to have time to do, because I'm only out here for like 5 days. But since I ended up being able to kind of just do whatever I want, I was able to explore a lot of parts of Mexico City, and of course come here, and there's a couple other places I'm going to check out too. So it's actually, I think it ended up working out. And it's funny because I've still ended up walking like 15 miles or more every day that I've been here. It's just, you know, been mostly in the cities and not, you know, on any like hiking trails or anything. But anyway, I'm here in the other square by Pyramid of the Moon, and oh my God, this is just so freaking cool. I'll get a little closer up there in a minute, but wow, look at that. That is amazing. All right, well, we're at the base of Pyramid of the Moon, so you can't even see the whole thing from here, but it's just crazy how well built and well preserved this is. I saw a few Aztec ruin sites in Mexico City, and they were cool, but they weren't nearly as well preserved as this area is. You can actually see pictures of what this looked like before they started uncovering all this, before the archaeologists started uncovering it, and it literally just looked like a bunch of grassy hills. And so for them to have been able to turn that into this over a period of like, I think it was like over 100 years that they've been working on, that they worked on this, or somewhere around there. Yeah, for them to have done that, that's pretty impressive, and it definitely paid off. This is definitely one of the most popular tourist sites in Mexico, certainly around Mexico City, and it's pretty understandable why. I mean, honestly, if you are you know, visiting Mexico City, it's definitely worth the detour to come out here. I mean, like I said earlier, it's only 35 something like that miles outside of the city, so you can easily find a you know, an Uber to take you up here, or if you have a rental car, you can drive up here yourself. But I honestly would almost, unless you're planning on driving like long, really long distances, then I would honestly recommend not having a car, not renting a car, because you can save yourself some money. And it's a huge pain in the ass trying to drive around Mexico City. So if you can avoid, if you don't have to do that, I wouldn't recommend it. But anyway, it looks like people are climbing up here, so I'm gonna go check out what's over there.
No te voy a mandar nada hasta que no lleguemos a la casa. Pero no me que te vea. Esa foto está espectacular. Hay que hacer una selección, luego se activa para fácil.
Okay guys, well I've walked all the way around and I'm actually on the backside of Pyramid of the Sun now. Out here, kind of in the desert, I guess. It's a cool area. There's a Pyramid of the Moon over there. And I don't remember the name of this mountain, but I was thinking of heading up there actually tomorrow. So we'll see if I'm able to do that. But yeah, this is kind of cool area. I like it because it's like, it almost, it's like, you know, it can't decide whether it's a desert or not here. There's lots of desert vegetation, but there's also lots of, you know, other type, you know, trees and stuff like that too. It's cool. It's really cool. So yeah, I mean, this is incredible. Like, I've really enjoyed walking around here and exploring this place, and I'll tell you, I mean, there is so much to see here. I mean, you do a lot of walking, and there's tons of, you know, they've got a lot of like little gift shops and markets, and, you know, lots of places to get food. It's all, I would say, definitely more expensive than what you'll find in the town. And that's mainly because it's a tourist area, so tourist areas just tend to be more expensive. So there's this little trail here. They seem to be pretty good about marking where you can't go. So I'm gonna assume that it's okay to go up here, and I'm going to just go up here and see if I can get a little bit of a view and hopefully not get yelled at. Like I said, so far, everywhere I've seen where you're not supposed to go, they have it marked pretty clearly. So I'm thinking this is okay. Huh. Decent little payoff. Yeah. Man, this Pyramid of the Sun here, this is just incredible. The front side's a little cooler, but even here on the back side, I mean, it's incredible. See, there's one of the parking lots over there. Yeah, amazing. I thought I'd pretty much seen the whole place. Turns out there's a ton more that I didn't check out yet. So you can see there's Pyramid of the Sun, Pyramid of the Moon way back there, that main road. And this is kind of an extension of that. This part of the monument definitely isn't wheelchair accessible, but man, it just goes on and on and on forever. This is absolutely incredible. It's crazy how big this place is. Somebody's playing some smooth jazz back there, but I believe these are like places where people lived, like apartments almost. Obviously some areas of this site are a little more well preserved than others, but this is still really cool. I mean, it's just crazy how far back this goes. I honestly did not realize. I knew this place was big, but I really thought I was getting close to like having seen pretty much the whole site, and turns out nope, wasn't even close. Yeah, somehow just keeps going. There's a ton more over here, more of these temples, or not sure what they are, but mini pyramids, I guess. Very cool. Also really cool with the mountain backdrop. It looks like I'm getting towards the end of everything here. I mean, I don't know, maybe there's more surprises. Whatever it is, I'm down for it. All right, climbing up this one. This is definitely the best viewpoint yet. I'm gonna head down there in a minute, but look at this. It's incredible. All right. This is the temple of Quetzalcoatl. I think I said that right. It's crazy. I mean, yeah, all these, like the sculptures and stuff that they built, I mean, that's so cool. That's just crazy. Really freaking cool. All right, well, I came back down from the Temple of Quetzalcoatl over there, and I'm gonna go check out this little spot here, see what's going on in there, and then I think there's a way to exit from there actually, so I'm probably just gonna do that and then see if I can call an Uber back into the village. Yeah, I gotta tell you guys, this was an amazing experience. This is definitely worth a trip up here. If you're in Mexico City, I would highly recommend it. I mean, I've been here for probably like 4 hours now. You could spend all day here if you wanted to. I think I've done like 7 miles of walking or so far, maybe more, 7 or 8. This is awesome. Okay guys, well, I just left. So that's about all the exploring I'm gonna do for today. Yeah, once again, I mean, that was really amazing. I was in there for at least 4 hours. Got to see a lot of cool stuff. I mean, all the pyramids, the temples, all the little dwellings and everything. I mean, it's just incredible. And it just goes on and on forever. You know, like I've said a million times already, if you're in Mexico City, you have got to come up here and check this place out. Make the time. It is well worth the trip, and just something really cool and amazing to see while you're in this area. So yeah guys, that was really cool. I'm gonna see if I can hopefully find an Uber to take me back into town and get some food, and then I'm gonna check into my Airbnb. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's not like my usual content, but hope it was something interesting that you guys enjoyed all the same. And if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll have more content coming for you soon.